I come into contact with a lot of young people, and I found that a lot of these people know all my movies really even better than I do. And they know all of Marty's films, and they know all of Brian De Palma's films and George Lucas's films, and they're getting to know all of Quentin Tarantino's three films. You know? But what's happening is they don't know much beyond that. And when I say, what are your favorite films from the old days, from the black and white days, of the 30s and 40s, I don't get a lot of answers that give me comfort. And I'm finding that if people are going to just study the movie brats of the 1970s, you know, what they're learning is a pretty weak carbon copy, because all the movie brats learned from the masters of the 40s and 50s and 30s, and I'm sure those in the 50s and 40s learned from the silent movie masters. And so we're all handing influences down and inspiring from generation to generation. And I kind of am a little bit sad that a lot of the young people today kind of have a cutoff point for their own personal influences, and that's like, they don't know a lot of pictures in the pre-60s. My kids will always ask me, is it in black and white? Because I always show them movies, and their big fear is it in black and white? And when I say it is, they don't want to see it. So what's true is the first knee-jerk reaction of my children is they don't want to see a black and white movie. But then I say, you're going to have to. You're just going to have to. And I promise you, 10 minutes into the picture, they don't know whether it's black and white or color, whether it's 1:66 or 2:35 aspect ratio. They're into the movie. And by and large, when they like the movie, when it's over, they're raving about it.
Every film, I think, is, as I said, going into a new world, going into the unknown. But you should be not afraid of using your intuition and think your way through. Have the experience and trust your inner knowing of what it is. As cinema is such a beautiful language, and all of you want to go back into, you have the gift of words. But cinema is a thing that deals with things beyond words, and it's so beautiful. And so to go with cinema is to go like the same kind of thing you go with music. But the intellect travels along with it. It's so fantastic. It talks to you, but not with words alone. So just go in open, and just go in and have an experience in a different world. It's the most enjoyable thing to go into another world and discover it, and make films. It's so beautiful. I don't know. I really would like to be able to explain, but the film ends up being the explanation. That's what's so terrible about press conferences. It's all about the film, not about the words. And a voice is like an instrument, and you know, you could have the same scene, and the voices could be less air in between, or more air in between, and you would, by working away a little bit, they would come to where they are. It's like it's very much like music. The voice is a musical instrument, and what they say is also very important, but how they say it. It's what you say and how you say it. And it's a feel, and everybody has their own feel, so I use, you know, my feel. You get a shorthand when you work with people, even if you haven't worked with them before. Quickly you develop a shorthand, and just by a few words and maybe some little gesture, or a kind of code words, we communicate in a funny sort of way, and it's all about finding that one correct path, so it feels correct as you go. And when we get it, we all realize we got it. It's just the way it is.